I'm picking up on the energy of somebody who spends a lot of time alone, a lot of time in the darkness, a lot of time thinking, creating, journaling. Somebody who would rather be by themselves, figuring out the mysteries of the world, than with a group of people whose sole mission is to gossip. You're not into that. Okay? The first card I got was the bat. Bats are usually alone. He's a singular being, one single bat, and in the background is the moon. And it's like you're letting the moon navigate your life. It's like you are listening to your inner being, your inner moon goddess, and you're talking to the moon. You're watching the moon. You're moon gazing. Okay? This could be having to do with the full moon that's either coming up or the one that's just passed. Okay? But either way, the bat represents navigating the dark parts of your life. And a lot of times we do that alone. Okay? We could be navigating, with a counselor or a particular person, but I'm feeling from these cards that you're doing this alone. Okay? You've had an ego death. You've realized that everybody is a part of everybody. You've realized that you're no better than anybody. You're no worse than anybody. Just because somebody's doing better or worse than you doesn't mean that you're better or worse than them. Okay? You've been shedding bad habits. You could have just went through a major life transformation. This could be anything. This could be having a baby. This could be losing a baby. This could be having a job, new job, losing a job, going to school, not going to school anymore, right? There's so many different types of transformations that you could be going through in your life. This could be turning 30, I'm hearing. It's like when we're in our 20s, it's like we spend our lives trying to become the best version for people to see, right? Then we hit our 30s, and it's now we've decided to not care so much about what other people have to say and focus on what we truly want, what we truly value. And I see you doing that. Okay? So you have been seeing the unseen. So I don't know why, I'm seeing UFOs in my mind. You could have seen something. This could have, been a basis of this spiritual awakening. You could have seen lights in the skies, shooting stars, speaking to the moon and getting information back from the moon as you're looking at it. Okay, you're trusting your inner guidance, you're trusting your guides, and I'm picking up that you're very clairaudient right now. Okay, so you have the gift of clear hearing. Okay, so if you haven't noticed that, this is your time to listen. And truly listen. This is listening to your animals, your plants. This is listening to people's energy and not their words. Okay? So the bat is a sign of future success and divine blessing. So whatever's coming your way into your life right now, there's going to be future success. All right? There's going to be a divine blessing granted to you as long as you stay on your path. Remember who you are. Okay, the next card I got is the oyster. Oysters also alone all the time, right? You find a lot of lone oysters. And oysters represent inner treasures and hidden wisdom. This could be you digging into your own inner wisdom, your own inner treasure. And this could be through journaling, through meditations, through hypnotherapy, however you're doing it. You could be digging into this treasure just by sitting in silence, speaking to the trees, the plants, your animals. Okay? You have been transforming your pain into beauty. So you could be undergoing a big glow up. Right? You could have your nails done, your hair done. You could have lost a dramatic amount of weight. You could have gained an amount of weight, but it still looks good on you either way. It's making you look like you're glowing. Okay? So, oyster is all about creating value from life's hardships. So, when an oyster gets that little piece of sand inside of its mouth, it's an irritant. And it irritates the hell out of this poor oyster for its whole life, right? But you, even though it's something that's hurting you, something that has hurt you in the past or something that continues to cause you pain, you're creating something beautiful from that pain. Okay? And this could just be your inner beauty, your soul's beauty. This could be your outer beauty. You could be decorating your house, cleaning up your yard, just cleaning up your house in general, like putting up pictures, home decor, right? So hidden inner wealth that people might not see, but it's hidden inside of you, and those closest to you can see it radiating from within you. So again, all these cards that I've picked, the bat, the oyster, and I do have the black egg here. I'm going to read that in a minute, but they're all alone. This is a solitary animal, a solitary being, and that's what you are right now. So again, you could be spending a lot of time by yourself. And the thing is that the people that are around you in your community, they might see you and they might disregard you as somebody who doesn't have something to say, as somebody who doesn't know a lot because maybe you don't have that high status ticket, that high status not GED, but like the grade, like whatever it's called. Like, maybe you didn't go to school academically to have this position. So they look at you like as somebody who doesn't know what they're talking about or whatever. But the people closest to you know that you hold this immense value, a value that can't be bought. Okay? You bring something to the table that it's been there since you were born, it's divine, and it's placed in your soul for a reason. Okay? I don't know if you can hear the train, but that is my confirmation. You guys, I don't know if you've been focusing on your protection or on your boundaries right now from other people, but the oyster energy is helping you with that. If you see somebody and you feel intuitively that they think less of you or something like that, you're going to close your mouth, right? However, if there's people around you that love you, respect you, and understand who you are and see your value, you're going to open up to them and you're going to show them your inner pearl of wisdom, your hidden treasures. All right? So the oyster, it also represents divine timing, because somebody someday is going to find that pearl inside that oyster and they're going to see the value in it, right? And you could be waiting on that person, your special person. Or you could just be waiting for it to be able to speak it, I guess. You could be waiting for yourself to be comfortable enough in your being to be able to present that to others, okay? So the next card I got we were talking about is the black egg. Again, the lone black egg. So the black egg represents fertile darkness before creation, cosmic mysteries, unmanifested destiny, and the black absorbs negativity and the egg shell seals in the protection. So shielding, developing spiritual breakthroughs from the outside world. And I feel like that's what you are doing. You're shielding yourself from the outside world and the people that don't see you for who you truly are. If they don't respect you, you're not going to open up to them. If they're kind, compassionate, loving, open, you will let them have a piece of that inner treasure that you hold so dearly within you, inside. I'm picking up on somebody who's quiet. Somebody who, keeps to themselves. Somebody who likes to delve into life's mysteries by themselves. I'm picking up on that channel. Oh, what is that? It's a whole app. Gaia, it's called. Yeah, like you might be somebody who watches Gaia, that app, and maybe you just watch it by yourself because other people don't understand. And that's a big thing too. A lot of people think that if you don't go to church and you're spiritual, like that's nothing, because if you don't go to church, it's almost like they assume that you don't believe in God or that you don't have any belief system or you don't have any values, but the opposite is true. You have your own set of values, your own set of morals, your own moral compass that you follow, and it's from your divine angels, your guidance, your ancestors. Okay? So I got the Emperor. And this tells me that you are a boss. Okay? And this isn't just, somebody who's in authority. This isn't just a boss type figure. This is somebody who has their own inner authority. Somebody who holds a power and a strength within them that other people can feel before they walk in the room. Somebody who has an energy so great. I don't know why I just seen this, but do you know, up in the oil sands in Fort Mac, they have these giant trucks, like big dump trucks. They're like Tonka trucks, right? And I just seen that. Like when you walk into a room, it's like one of those huge Tonka trucks coming down the street. Like, you know, you can't be missed. Your energy cannot be missed. People stare at you. They might not speak to you because your energy could intimidate them. And this could leave you feeling like you're not worthy, or like, again, they don't see your value, but they do see your value. They're just too intimidated of you to approach. Okay, so it's kind of a good thing. Anyways, so the Emperor is about being the authority of your own life, and it comes with a lot of responsibility. You take on this responsibility in your life like no other. Okay, this is somebody who has a schedule, sticks to their schedule, their routine. You have everything under control. Your laundry's done, your house is clean, your garden's tended to, it's weeded, your lawn is mowed, your kids are fed, their homework is done. Okay? Like, you hold down the fort. You are the boss of your own world. You don't look to other people to tell you what to do, when to do it, how you're going to do it. You know what you have to do. You know how to do it. You're going to do it, and you're going to get it done. All right? You don't wait for other people to offer a hand or a handout to help you. You'll just do it. You'll find a way. Where there's a will, there's a way. It's probably your motto. Okay? The next card I got is Justice. So Justice is all about sticking to your truth, and everything will turn out just fine. Okay, so I don't know if you're in a situation right now where you're kind of backed into a dark corner and you're feeling isolated because of some gossip, some drama, some lie that was spread. But you in your heart know who you are. You know that whatever people are trying to say about you that's not true, you know that that's not true, and that's all that matters. If you know that they're wrong, then it doesn't matter what other people have to say about it, because the people that are believing it are idiots. And they're not on your path anyway. Okay? So together, these two cards is 411. I don't know if you can see that. They're 411. So when I think of 411, I think of information. It's like calling to get information. So whether this is people calling to get information on you, but they can't get it because you're alone and you don't give people that kind of information about your life, or if this is you seeking this internal information, this spiritual information, and that could be why you're on videos like this, right? And the thing is you are learning that, yes, these kinds of videos are good for developing, I would say, a sense of competence. You know, like, these kind of videos are good for our mental health in a way, depending on which ones you're watching, right? These are more like advice, spiritual advice, right? Things that are going to make you feel good about yourself, because this is the truth. This is the divine truth. All right? This is what my guides have brought into me today to tell you, right? This is what they want me to share with you. So, again, you are the Emperor. If there's some kind of justice that you've been waiting for, it is going to be rectified. Okay? And if you have to stay quiet, if you have to stay hidden, if you have to stay in the dark and by yourself before these people realize that these were lies or whatever, then so be it. Because you know what? When you're by yourself, you realize who's really there for you. You understand who's really in your corner. And a lot of the times, it's not the people that you think that it is. It's the ones behind the scenes, the ones who have always been there for you, the ones who have always supported you, been there for you, cared for you, loved you, helped you, guided you. All right? A lot of times, I tell my kids this all the time, like, friends come and go. And a lot of times, your friends aren't even your friends. And it's sad to say that, but it's so true. Like, how many times and how often have you been around people, you've told them a secret, some kind of an inner treasure that you held, and then they went around to somebody else and spread gossip and laughed at you about it. You know, she's crazy. She thinks she's a prophet. She thinks she's connected. See, a prophet is somebody who can connect with the other side. We are all prophets in some way, okay? The people who hear, the people who listen, and even the people who don't think that they hear, they do hear. It's their intuition. It's that gut feeling. It's that, don't do that. Don't go there. Don't say that. Don't drive that way. Take a right turn, not a left. Right? We all have that power within us because we are all connected. We're all spiritual beings having a human experience. All right? I'm going to get one more card and close this off. Honor the masculine. Respecting men, embracing the masculine divine. So you could be, I'm just picking up on somebody that I know that kind of has a hatred towards men. And it's almost like they've trained their children to also have a hatred towards men, and I don't think that that's right. Just because you had a bad experience with a man or a few men doesn't mean that they're all like that, right? And this could be for you too. Maybe you had a bad experience with men in the past, and you were realizing that these were just challenges for you to get through. These were tests for you to get through, for you to become who you truly are, for you to open up and show the world your pearl of wisdom, your pearl of truth, your pearl of your soul's essence. Okay? You could also be, with this Emperor card, you could just be embracing your own divine masculine right now. And masculine energy is all about getting it done, solving a problem, right? And feminine energy is more like the loving, the caring, the connectedness. And this isn't to say that men are not connected, but men are the fixers. Women are the nurturers, right? So masculine energy is about fixing things. And this could be you in your own mind fixing something within, okay? So keep being you. Keep speaking your truth and hold on to your truth. And it doesn't matter what people have to say about you. Just remember who you are. Okay? Because you are meant to be exactly who you are. There's nothing wrong with you. It doesn't matter how much you weigh. It doesn't matter how tall you are. It doesn't matter how much money you have. Okay? We're all made of the exact same things, the exact same components, and nobody's better than anybody. All right? I love you. Bye.